What a game, guys. Let's talk about this. Okay, it was fantastic to watch this. I was a little bit weary with the in-season tournament, but ladies and gentlemen, 27 points from my man Tyrese Haliburton tonight. He had Obi Toppin drop 14, 10 from Mr. Bruce Brown, who's playing good D. Miles Turner dropped 26. He came up when it was needed. All right. And then he had off the bench Isaiah Jackson, TJ McConnell giving some energy, Andrew Nemhard, Benedict Mathurin, and they were able to stop Giannis Antetokounmpo's 37 points, 24 from Damian Lillard, 20 from Middleton, 18 from Brook Lopez. All right. And dude, for me, it was a fun game. All right. So let's get right into it. I want to hear your thoughts down below and let's talk about it. So the in-season tournament final between the Indiana Pacers and Milwaukee Bucks unfolded just now. And hit that like and subscribe button. Who's gonna win it? Okay, is it gonna be Pacers? Are gonna win it all? And this is dumb, like getting those legit minutes like that in games that actually matter. So now like it's gonna really help their player development and progress as contenders because they're playing in valuable games that will teach them how to cohesively come together and play as a unit to win big moments like this. And making it the first ever time a team has advanced to the finals in the NBA in-season tournament. And this was a huge event. The atmosphere looked awesome. And obviously the Pacers were able to transcend and take on a team that many say are title contenders in the Milwaukee Bucks. And Indiana, Tyrese Haliburton at the end of the game emphasized the importance of maintaining emotional control and executing their game plan. The Pacers made a great start to the game. They took the lead. I think it was 4-0, and they were able to continuously throughout the game generate open shots from throughout the floor. Tyrese Haliburton was just doing what he always does, and yeah, the Bucks were able to come back and fight, but the Pacers were able to just mount just a lead. And I think, what was it, going into the end of the game, I believe we were just seeing a guy in Mr. Tyrese Haliburton create for everybody. And that's what I thought was one of the biggest parts. Like McConnell, his impact throughout the game, his drives, his energy were like huge. Like that's like something like we can't even like bring up. And I thought, the second half scoring opened with Lillard scoring, but I mean, I think Tyrese Haliburton was able to keep this game cool and collective. And they talked about this, that in basketball, a game of runs. Okay, that's what Tyrese kept saying at the end of the interview. It's a game of runs. We got to keep our composure. And when he refers to a game of runs, that's a situation where like one team goes on this, scoring streak, followed by the opposing team going on a scoring streak of its own. And these scoring streaks were the runs. It was a game of runs. This legit was a game of runs. And it's not that because of bad defense. Yeah, one can say it's because of bad defense if that's your style of basketball you enjoy. But basketball is this dynamic sport that, with the ability to have scoring in like that in a minute, just in high volume, and allowing the momentum to quickly shift from one team to then another, this game of runs allows a team that makes a series of successful plays score in several points in a row. It results in, effective offense, leads to them playing better defense and getting stops, starting fast breaks, better shooting from 3-point, and any other combination of factors that'll help them to win. And the fact that, Tyrese Haliburton using this to describe the ebb and flow of the basketball game and emphasizing the back and forth nature of scoring streaks and how they had to play and stay composed, it takes teams to, to dominate for a majority of a game, especially when you're playing against a title contender. So, having a coach like Rick Carlisle who's going to strategize to minimize the impact of the opponent's runs and try to exploit, whatever weakness they have to create scoring opportunities for their own team's runs is something that I think this team, even though they're young, they have a mix of veterans, and it helps them to recognize and respond to momentum shifts, which was crucial in this, and it allowed them to go ahead and, advance. So if you're like me, I think it's honestly fantastic to see Mr. Tyrese Haliburton and the Indiana Pacers come out here and put in a valiant effort and are going to advance. Okay, so far, all right, let's talk about this. I want to know if we can look right here. You guys want to guess what Mr. Tyrese Haliburton stats are? Tyrese Haliburton in-season tournament, right? Tournament stats. Can we do that? Well, okay, so far, including tonight's game, through 6 games in the in-season tournament, I will show you guys on the screen right now, which is honestly absurd that this is legit. This guy's an MVP if he keeps playing like this. If they finish a top 6 seed, I don't even care what people say. He's an MVP candidate. You guys can disagree with me, but the way that he's playing should be recognized. Mr. Tyrese Haliburton, because the font wasn't good there, but is averaging 27.8 points, 14 assists, 5.5 rebounds in 6 games in the in-season tournament. He's shooting 51%, ladies and gentlemen. 51%. How is that possible? Okay. On 18.3 field goals a game. 45% on 11 threes a game. Getting to the free throw line about just under 5 times a game. Box minus plus monster. Like, Jesus Christ, man. This guy's playing good. This guy's playing good. It just goes to show that, you know, the Pacers are a threat in the in-season tournament. I mean, they're 6-0, 132.7 points. You know, I think that's the crazy part about this. When you look in the player stats for the in-season tournament, they got Tyrese dropping 28 points a night, 20 points a night from Miles Turner, 16 points a night from Obi Toppin. I'll pull this up on the screen right now. Like, this is pretty impressive that what they've been able to do right here in the first ever. Like, come on, he was saying they weren't supposed to be here, and he's kind of right. They weren't. Look at these stats. Look at these stats. That's ridiculous. They're just hitting everything, playing good, and I think that's the fantastic part about this. I mean, kudos to them. They deserve all the credit that they're getting. They're heading to the first final, right? Which is like really cool to think about because they're doing something that's never been done. Okay. And it's like I talked about it the other day or I talked about on the show today that, you know, they're a young team getting championship basically experience and learning how to play in games that matter. So I think that's huge, and kudos to them, really. So I want to hear your guys' thoughts down below in the comment section. What do you guys think of this? Were you guys as excited or entertained as I was? I think it was really good, and there's some tweaks that need to happen, but I assume with more and more time it's just going to get better and better. So I want to hear your guys' thoughts down below in the comment section. What do you guys think? Anything else you guys would have liked to hear are down to hear them down below in the comment section. But if you made it to this end of the video, you must enjoy the content, so hit that like, subscribe button. It'll mean the world. Thank you guys. Bye.